Time now is 6:06. Excitement's building not only for the SpaceX launch today, but also at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center that will finally reopen later this week. The center was given a go to open under the new Alabama amended health order.
We see you smiling. Joining us right now, Pat Ammons with the Space and Rocket Center. Pat, good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, so with T-minus 3 days before you open up back up Saturday, but before that, this Friday, you welcome back your members there. What kind of preparations will you be making then?
Yeah, it's a great time for a relaunch, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, we've been closed for more than 2 months, so we are really anxious to see everybody back in the museum again. We do have lots of things that are going to be in place before people arrive. Obviously, we're going to be taking safety and health considerations very seriously, and so there's going to be a lot of extra cleaning that's been going on. Actually, we started this way back in the early days of this pandemic. We started with really doubling down on all of our custodial activities, and so those will continue. We're also going to visitors are going to see things a little bit differently. First of all, and they're going to be entering into the Davidson Center for Space Exploration instead of the original building, which is where we have had our ticketing area. So they will be entering in that area. They'll have access to the Saturn V Hall, which of course is sort of the coup de grace of our entire facility, and they will be seeing some things that are a little different. Obviously, keeping people safe is the most important thing right now. So we're going to have some one-way paths through the museum. We're going to have our staff is going to be trained to kind of help visitors keep that social distance. I think sometimes we forget. I certainly noticed that yesterday with myself when I was somewhere. I was like, oh, wait, I'm a little too close. So sometimes you have to just think through that a little bit. And so we've got staff being trained up to help our visitors have the best experience possible when they come see us.
Talking about visitors having the best experience, I think another thing too, when you guys had to shut your doors, everybody felt so bad for the kids and everyone who's always involved in space camps. What can you tell parents who want to get their children involved in space camp this summer? Is there a possibility, and should you send your kids?
Well, we don't intend to open Space Camp for another month. So we're starting with the museum, and as Pat said, we're going to start Friday with our members. It's going to be sort of a soft opening. So we'll start with our members on Friday. On Saturday, we'll be open to the public. Our hours will be a little different than typical, so we encourage everyone to check the website just to make sure that that they know when we're open, because it'll be slightly reduced hours. But as far as Space Camp is concerned, we won't be back for about a month. We're planning to reopen Space Camp on June 28th. The directive just came down last week, so it gives us a little bit more direction to follow now to make sure that when we do reopen that we have the best experience and the safest experience possible for the children who are going to be attending. We definitely encourage parents to consider this. We were sold out for this period of time a long time ago. So currently, and of course, we've seen a lot of folks who've made the choice, and we certainly understand that, to go on and plan for maybe next year, to come next year, or to hold off for now. So I would say that if you're interested in still enrolling your child, check to see if there's availability, and we can't wait to get back into the business of inspiring young minds.
What a great time for that to happen, especially we're talking about this on this historic day as we're about to launch 2 astronauts out there to the U.S. Space Station. Pat Ammons, we'll have you back on because we need to have you back on. We've got some other questions to ask you, but really appreciate you joining us this morning. Good luck to you folks at the Space and Rocket Center.
Thank you so much. Come see us.
Absolutely. Time now 6:10 on your Wednesday morning.